South African Airways is a member of Star Alliance, along with United Airlines. They have connections to most of the southern portion of the African continent through their Johannesburg hub, as well as serving some more distant international destinations, including Washington, D.C. and New York City. This is Wandering Woman with Travel Awards Search to tell you about the South African Airways experience, how we booked it, and also a very important watch out. Our flight was a repositioning flight from Victoria Falls, which is a destination I'd highly recommend, to Johannesburg, ahead of Qatar Qsuites flights we booked on Miles to Houston via Doha. Our flight was on an Airbus A320-200. Seating was 3-3 in coach, few rows of business class up front that were 2 and 2. The business seats were somewhat wider, but not dramatically so, and a very similar design to the coach seats. So we were in coach for this just 1 hour and 40-minute repositioning flight. The seats were leather and very comfortable. They reminded me a lot of the Southwest seats on their newer planes, and they had ample knee and leg room. The plane did have some signs of age. The cover was missing on the back of the armrest of the seat in front of me, and I was rather surprised to see they had the old-style drop-down screens. They mainly showed short video clips and news, which were rather interesting. I was pleased that South African Airways had free internet available, but unfortunately, when I tried to connect to it, I could not get it to work on this flight. The drink cart came around with several different choices of sodas and juices, including wine and liquor at no additional cost. Even on this 1 hour and 40-minute flight, we were served a hot lunch. You had a choice of chicken or a vegetarian pasta dish. It came with a tasty salad. The chicken itself was quite good and came with green beans and peppers and potatoes, and there was a roll and butter on the side. And the lemon cheesecake for dessert was just as good as it looks in the picture. A small thing, but something I really like, is that it came with metal flatware, and I hadn't noticed till I looked at the picture, but the South African Airlines logo was stamped into the knife. This repositioning flight was booked with cash for about $200 US. We had 3 bags between the two of us that we checked, and we did not have to pay anything extra for those. However, we could not check our bags through to the Qatar flight. We had 4.5 hours between our flights, so I really didn't think it would be a problem. However, when we got to immigration in Johannesburg, the line was quite long and moved at a snail's pace. We were in that line for about 2 hours. That gave us some time to chat with the people around us, and we heard that even people on the same airline with a through ticket could not check their luggage through. Our wait might have been unusual because we also heard a rumor that they had called a strike and that only one person was working immigration for quite a bit of the time we were there. In the end, we made our flight and had probably 15 minutes to spend in the lounge ahead of it. With any repositioning flight, just be careful, especially if it may involve going through immigration. I usually don't worry too much if it's on the same airline or even just the same alliance, but this was an instance where it got a little dicey. As far as the actual South African Airways flight, it was good. There's some things I would have liked to have seen upgraded if it had been a longer flight, such as the entertainment and the internet connection, but drink service and especially a hot meal on such a short flight was very good, and the flight was comfortable, so we certainly wouldn't hesitate to book them again. We hope you enjoyed this Travel Award Search video. If you did, please support us by giving us a like, subscribing to the channel, or sharing the video with friends that might be interested too. Check out our Travel Award Search website at, you guessed it, travelawardsearch.com, and join our Facebook group where we post a lot of news about sales and other information on traveling on points, so you can make them go further and travel wisely, travel well. Thank you.